Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Paint with Terry. Uh, I forgot I wasn't filming, but we got a little bit of dioxazine purple up in here, and I just added a little bit of white and spread it out so it fades it in, and then we got some green, some dark viridian green, and then I lightened it up with a little bit of yellow orch, just a little bit, and we just brushed it across this area. And then down here, we took it, spread a little bit out down here with that viridian green and a little bit of white, just to get a little bit of difference. So the colors that we'll be using to create our landscape today is we got some titanium white, we got ultramarine blue, phthalo blue, and we've got a little bit of white here we're going to use to make some liquid white. And then we've got some viridian green mixed with yellow orch, and then a lighter viridian green and with more yellow orch to get that lighter green, and that's just pure viridian green. So we have 3 different greens, and then we have a brown just so we can get some of the tree branches if we need. So the first thing that we're going to do just to get started is we're going to grab some of our ultramarine blue. You just want to get a 4-inch brush, or any brush that you have works just fine. And we'll start right here just below that green strip, and you just want to pull it out. It's okay if you just dab the color in right now. You just want to get some color in the area that you want. And we'll take some of our phthalo blue. It's a little darker. Now that we got some color in there, just lightly go across it, fanning it out this way. You don't want to go all the way over. Just something like that. Once you got that blended in, you can come back with your ultramarine, and you just kind of tap in some colors, little highlights. You can just take your brush and lightly go over it. That helps soften the paint, blends it a little nicer. And you just want to sweep it out on the edges there. And once you got that spot in there, we just want to grab our fan brush. Now that we got our fan brush, just want to dip into some of that darker radiant green that you have. You can just come around this edge. Just adding a bit of color in there. You can just sweep it out. Doesn't really matter. We're going to be blending it out from there. You need to get your 4-inch brush again. And you're just coming in from the blue, just sweeping out. Now we can take whatever fan brush works. I'm not even going to clean this one off. We'll just take some of that little bit of lighter green that we have. Not the lightest, but the second lightest one that we made up. We're just going to start from the top of this darker green line. And we just want to do these little swirls. Once you got that in there, that's good enough. We're just going to start from the top of the tree line. You want to pull upwards. And you can make these stand down a lot more if you'd like. There's no one specific way of doing it. You can just do it however you like it or whatever makes you happy. And now we're just going to get a brush, get some of our liquid white. I'm just mixing it up right now with my brush. Now that you've got your brush, I'm just using a toothbrush, just a regular toothbrush. You just want to flick some of that up near this top area. Not too much. And once you got that, you can just come in here and get rid of any of the spatter that you don't like. Next thing you want to do is grab your palette knife. Get some of that dark gray on there. Just down here in the distance. And what you're doing is you're starting at the peak on an angle, just slowly pulling down in these little up and down motions. Once you get the little shadow in there, you just come in, lightly sweep it downwards. And you can just clean up that bottom edge, sort of like that. And then you just want to get a clean fan brush for that one that you were using with the green. And we'll get some of that dark Viridian green on there. You just want to come along that tree line, just tapping in these little areas. Just at the top, some a little higher, some a little lower. It doesn't have to be perfect straight across. Oh, you got some of the darker going across the top. Fix up these little areas over here. Just touch them up a little bit. Then you can go into this other green, not even cleaning the brush off. Yeah, mix it up. Once you got that other green on there, you're going to come in just below the green. And do the same thing. Now we're going to go to this lighter green that we have, the lightest green that we have. And we're going to come just at that bottom row that we did and do the same thing, just till this blue, essentially. We'll just grab our 4-inch brush again and just lightly pull across that bottom edge. Now that we got that, we're just going to get a little liner brush. We'll dip into some of that brown. We'll start deciding where some trees should go. We'll put one right here. And you could put your trees anywhere you like, as many, as little. A little guy back here. And we'll add one more great big one. What's that? And to give these guys a little bit of color, just get our fan brush that we were using with all those greens. And start off with that darkest one. You don't have to worry about how the tree looks just yet. Just get some color in there. The thing with doing any of these paintings is you don't get caught up in any of the details. painting, you don't want to spend too much time on any one thing. You know, you're not going for perfection. Now that we got that darker one, we'll do pretty much what we did with those back trees. We're going to go with the second lightest. And same thing. Just add a little bit of color in there. You'll find the more you just get some more different colors in here, the more these trees really start to pop. Now that we got that, just dip into some of that brown color and go right into that lightest green that we have. And you just want to mix it up. Once you have that, we can just add a couple little highlight things in there. Now that you got that in there, you go back into some of this green over here. We're kind of just playing with the colors. And if you'd like, you can just come in here and add a couple little bushes. And for that, we're just gonna come into this dark brown that we had, get some loaded up on the brush, and go right into this color that we were just using. And get that mixed. Once you got that, just start popping in a couple little highlights in the little bush areas. Once you got that done, you just want to take some of your liquid white that you made up on your liner brush, same brush that you were using for the brown when we did the trees. And if you just mix it in the same one spot, you'll get this really white brown color. Because the liquid is liquid in the other one isn't, the liquid will stick on top of this thicker paint really easy. Once you got your initials in there, that's your painting. If you guys find these tips and techniques helpful, I'm glad that you watched. Thanks for joining. And if you check in every so often, we're doing a new tutorial every week, or at least one a week, maybe more. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.